Imagine you share a house with 3 or 4 roommates. Daily life is fairly simple. You split the chores, decide who buys the milk, and if there's a disagreement over the thermostat, you sit down at the kitchen table and talk it out. For most of our history, humans lived exactly like this. This overhead view shows a Stone Age home, which is essentially a single shared living space. Early societies survived in tight-knit farming villages, where problems were handled face-to-face, because everyone knew everyone else. Now, imagine 10,000 strangers suddenly move into that same house. The informal system of cooperation completely collapses. You cannot rely on a casual chore chart when thousands of people need to eat, sleep, and dispose of waste in the same space at the same time. Humanity encountered this exact problem thousands of years ago. As farming became more successful, food supplies grew, and populations expanded. For the first time, thousands of people began gathering together in one place. To survive this change, humans invented new rules to prevent society from tearing itself apart. We call this civilization, a word that comes from the Latin civitas, or city. It describes the specific systems humans use to navigate life with 10,000 roommates. This process began with people moving from scattered villages into dense, permanent settlements. These early urban centers reached a scale that is difficult to imagine. The ancient city of Teotihuacan, seen here, stretches for miles in every direction. Thousands of Neolithic homes could fit inside its central plazas alone. Cramming thousands of people together creates a need for public infrastructure. These brick foundations in the Roman Forum show the level of coordinated planning required to manage fresh water and build protective walls. This type of construction requires a level of organization that a small village simply cannot provide. Managing a population this large also requires a centralized political organization, the state. In a city of thousands, you cannot wait for everyone to agree on where to dig a well or how to defend the gates. You need a single authority to make the final call and direct the flow of resources. Early societies established this authority through figures like kings and priests. In this carving, the figure's ceremonial dress and imposing stance mark him as a leader responsible for enforcing the rules and maintaining order. The state functions as a management system, establishing the house rules required to coordinate the shared resources of a massive city. City life also demands new types of work, leading to social stratification. In a small village, almost everyone spends their day farming or hunting, but a large city needs full-time builders to maintain walls, soldiers for protection, and merchants to bring in goods. People began to specialize in specific jobs. This carving provides evidence of those specialized roles. We see figures operating a balance scale, showing people whose entire day is dedicated to trade and commerce rather than food production. This division of labor eventually created unequal social classes. Some roles, like military leaders or wealthy merchants, gained more power and wealth because their work was seen as vital to the city's survival. As these jobs and taxes became more complex, they created a new problem: memory. The human brain can track favors among a few roommates, but it cannot remember the debts, trades, and laws of 10,000 strangers. To solve this, humans invented writing. While we often think of it as a way to tell stories, it began as an administrative technology used to keep the city's books. If you look at the grid lines on this clay tablet, you aren't looking at poetry. This is a ledger. The earliest writing was used to track taxes, count grain harvests, and manage the city's records. Social classes and writing systems provided the organizational framework required to keep the complex machine of a city running. Historically, the word civilized was often used as a badge of honor, implying that building a city made a society morally superior. This definition was used to label smaller societies as primitive, even if they were perfectly stable and functional. Modern scholars have moved away from this framing. They view civilization as one specific way to organize a society. When we choose to live together in large numbers, urbanization, the state, social classes, and writing become the requirements for survival. They are the components that allow humans to live at an immense scale. We'll look at where these systems first appeared on Earth, and how these rules might evolve to manage the civilizations of our future.